Hey, welcome to the first episode of Knight's Knowledge. I'm your host, Knight, aka Dave, and I'm going to start answering your questions while I drink this vitamin water. What is your controller layout? Well, I play on bumper jumper, sensitivity 3, and vibration off. Those are the major ones. No toggle crouch for you noobs out there. Semi claw means that I use my index finger to press the skittles the color buttons for you people who don't get my jokes. Um, what advantage does no vibration give you, or is it just a preference? I'll just read my text here. I think it's just a preference. I play no vibe because I was at Josh's house and we're taking turns playing Call of Duty 4. And when I died, he changed my settings to vibration off, and I didn't want to change it back because he's just gonna mess around with it, and I didn't want to take the time because I didn't want to die again. And I just played with it, and I got used to it that way. And I think the only logical reason for doing it is that it might be slightly hard to aim with vibration on. Uh, just the slight rumbling. Josh also commented on this question, and he said that some pros, well, people might see that their favorite pro or somebody might play without it, and they just want to copycat them along with their same dumb symbol or something. Uh, how do you get used to bumper jumper? Well, back in like the really early days of Halo 3, I realized that bumper jumper really gave a lot more advantage and stuff. Because before I was playing on green thumb, that's where you click the right thumbstick to bash. Because I didn't know how to BXR and I was I couldn't figure it out. Anyways, yeah, I just thought it gave a lot more control over the essential buttons, and I switched to it by going into campaign, because going into matchmaking can be really frustrating, and your default, your old layouts reactions, will take over your new layout, and I got used to it in about 4 hours, and that pretty much includes natural reaction time. Uh, how do people crouch before they respond? Does it make the timer go faster or something? Well, absolutely not. It's just habit. I've seen other people do it, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I started doing it too, and you might as well because it takes. Well, some spawns are different than others. Like, some spawns are facing into your base, which you don't want to go. You want to keep pushing out and all that. And it takes a split second to recognize where you are, so you might as well. So it's just a way of killing time. How do you feel about getting overkilled in that montage trailer? That's a good question. I feel fine. I always knew that would be a one, and yeah, it was just a matter of time. I feel glad I killed somebody right before he killed me, and that I didn't get like headshotted or 360 sniped or outBR'd or something. And a lot of people send me messages about that, and thank you, but I think a week after the thing was first released, I'll have a pretty good idea of what happened. Thank you for pointing that out. Hey, is when you're in a BR battle, is it better to bunny hop or move left or right? Well, staying on the ground allows you a lot more control. You can change your movements and where you're going and all that. And when you jump, they know exactly where you're gonna go and when you're gonna get there. So you don't have any control. It's just bad. But I think when your last shot, if you're bench strafing left and right, and you're in your one shot, and the guy who you're out trying to outBR is about to shoot, I think you can jump up, and then he won't probably get the headshot, and that's the only reason I can think of why you jump, or to get more tactical advantage on him. Is the Astro headset really worth that much money? It completely depends on relativity. If you have no source of income besides mommy or daddy and their credit card, no. I don't want to brag or anything, but I do make a fair amount of money a week, and I figured since I play Halo on a regular basis, and I probably will be for a few more years of my college life, yeah, I think it's a pretty good investment. I think there are cheaper headsets out there that kind of do the same things, like I forget the name of them, but I think well, if you know the Pro SK, that really dumb headset he wears, I think those are pretty good with the Astro mix amp. Because I don't know. Honestly, I don't think the Astro headset itself is worth that much money, but the mix amp is pretty much worth it. The next question is, if you were to place a guy on any MLG team and join them, what team would it be, and who would be the person? I wrote this before Anaheim, by the way. Uh, T squared. I really don't like him. I don't know. He seems, whoa, let's go. This is our time to win. All that stuff. He's cool and he does try to help out other people. I just don't like him. Um, I've played with Elamite and Legit, and I think they're both really cool people as well as really skilled players. This is before Anaheim. I already said that, but just and yeah, I think their personalities are really cool, and I'd love to hang out with them. I also think I'd be a pretty good team captain. Just my opinion on that. And another comment was, I pooped my pants, and my response to that is, better get some whiteout. Dave, what are the main trick jumps everyone should know to help them improve their gameplay? Nick, this is a really good question, and this is why I put up these vids instead of making my own. The gold one, well, this is before, if Guardian is still, in rotation and you don't play MLG. On Guardian, the gold 1, gold 2, and the S1, S2 are like essential for that map. You can stay alive and get a few kills that way almost every game. And for me, currently, the Narrows long can is a huge one, real huge. That's where you go off the lift instead of landing right in front of the other person's or the other team's man can. You keep going and like slide into the lobby almost. The amplified edge ghost, I'm a huge fan of that. I'll put a tutorial or like a annotated tutorial, so click on that. And the plat to green jump on pit, and that's with the flag. Otherwise, it's pretty easy. Don't get me wrong. What do you like more about jumping? The tactical advantages or the wow factor? Personally, I like both. I love doing that. I love doing something that few people can do, and I like the WTF factor. It gives reactions. I've got a few good clips of that. What do you think of the playlist Team SWAT? Do you ever play it? Personally, I think it's my favorite playlist. One word: dinosaurs. How can you lag switch? Step 1, climb to the top of a tall building. Step 2, jump off. Nobody loves you. Where do babies come from? Pelicans, obviously. When I'm playing in MLG, I get excited when I get doubles or triples, but I start getting excited. Therefore, I cannot capitalize on the overkill. And it gets really annoying. Is there some sort of way I can concentrate better? That's kind of redundant. But, I don't know. I used to have the same thing, my BR would be like, I was shooting the sky instead of the guy below me, it was really bad. But I don't know. Octagon's pretty much my answer to every skill thing is Octagon. If you don't know what that is, I'll find some file share and link it to you. But I don't know. Through your years of playing Halo, you'll just get used to it. I don't know. Just take a deep breath and concentrate harder. Hey, I tend to choke a beep lot on my fourth shot, but other than that, my BR is pretty accurate. Accurate, spelled wrong. So what's a good way I can practice? Spelled wrong also. I actually have the same problem. BR and Octagon. That's all I can say. Because your brain gets into a good pattern. Well, my problem stems from Halo 2. Because in Halo 2, it was more the hit scan thing. Don't Google it because you'll just get confused. But that's when you sweep and your bullets in that sweep automatically just like go to that person. Halo 3 doesn't have that thing. So when I sweep across my BR to get the headshot, it doesn't count, or it doesn't have a very good likelihood of counting. And I'm getting up to 10 minutes here, so I'm going to cut the video and then start it again.